Salut à tout le monde. Greetings, everyone. Man, my heart is heavy. With all these things happening in my country right now, I'm not satisfied and I'm not happy with the pain that we have been going through for a while now. And the regime does not seem to care about what is happening, and they don't even feel. And that's what even breaks my heart. Bro, everybody's protesting. People are coming out to speak out like, this is not what we voted for. This is not the thing that we, as the Cameroon people, stood up for and cast our votes in the ballot boxes on October 12th. This is not what we spoke about. This is not a decision we made on October 12th. And we knew on October 12th who we voted for, and it was not President Paul, it was not the former president of Cameroon, Paul Biya. It was Issa Tchiroma Bakary. So how come did the Constitutional Council cook something else and give it to us? We don't accept that. Like I said in my previous video, we do not accept that. And we have to understand that this is a time where we have to come together. You don't have to fight your brother because the person is Anglophone. You don't have to fight your sister because the person is a Francophone. We are all brothers and sisters, Anglophone or Francophone. This thing is what the regime used to divide us. They say, oh, so Anglophone, that's a Francophone. They say all these things to separate us apart. They use tribalism. Bamleke, Douala, Yaoundé, Bafo, Bangwa, Bamleke, Bakosi, all these things just to make us hate one another or dislike one another. But enough is enough. We don't want any of these things no more. We defeated tribalism on October 12th. There was no text messages flying around saying, go vote for Issa Tchiroma Bakary. Everybody understood the message. In order for us to change, we have to find one person that is going to bring change for the people because we deserve one. And you don't want to use a useless vote. Because sometimes you go cast your vote to some candidate, it is a useless vote. For example, I consider Joshua O.C. a useless vote, or any other candidate apart from Issa Tchiroma Bakary a useless vote. If there was Maurice Kamto, probably that might be a useful vote because other people are not outspoken. That's why it's easy for the regime to just play around with them and they're just going to sit quiet and say yes to their master. Because at the end of the day, the master is Paul Biya to a lot of those people. That's why Gabriel Lebil came out and acknowledged the president of Cameroon. Even when all these things started, where people were suspecting fraud and they were suspecting that these opposition leaders were going to connive with the regime to accept the election, these guys were like, oh, and he came out to say what? He said that he was a long-distance third candidate in the election, that he was not the winner. He came out third in the election. But he did not say who was the first, who was the second. And a lot of these opposition parties, they had observers during the election, and they know where it was at. Even Joshua O.C., who people kind of criticize now, rightfully so, knew what's up. And even there's information coming out of his own party, SDF, that he is a terrible, terrible leader. I don't know how true that information is, but these are the people who want to rule the country. They had observers, and the observers came out to say there was a lot of fraud. This guy did not say anything, even though he had the spreadsheet. He had the fact sheet from the polling station showing who was winning or who was leading in various polling stations. He did not say anything. He sat quiet. According to him, the Constitutional Council is a legit organization or a legit institution. So he filed a claim, filed a petition, because they believe that there were a lot of inappropriate activities or fraud. You believe in the Constitutional Council? Really? Is there something more to that? Or you really do believe in the Constitutional Council, or you have some money? Because I heard rumors that they gave a billion francs CFA to some candidates, including Joshua O.C. I don't know how that is true, but it better not be true. Because now is a time where we need to see those who are for the people. You got to speak up now. You got to talk. You have to talk. Pick or choose a side. Whether you want to go with Paul Biya and his regime, or you want to stay with the people of Cameroon. We need you to pick a side. You got to choose. Now is not the time to hide your face and say, oh, this, that. We don't want to see that. We don't want to hear that. We want to know that you were with us or you're against us. Simple. And if you're against us, no problem. We will come for you. Because this is not the time where we're just going to let things slide. We have been letting things slide for a long time, and it got to end now. And instead for the regime to take accountability, they're instead sending people, policemen, gendarmerie, to go kill and shoot civilians, innocent civilians. And Atangaji Paul have the guts to open his mouth and say those who are protesting are influenced by drugs, are drug dealers, or people who consume drugs, drug addicts. Is that guy really reasonable? Is all his reasoning faculty working? Because I asked myself, how did this guy become a minister of territorial administration? Who in the right senses appointed him as a leader? How is he fit to be a leader? Just see the kind of people who are managing the country. And you tell me these people are reasonable enough to take care of the entire country. They can't even manage their own personal families. Look at Paul Biya's wife and kids. He can't even manage his own daughter. The daughter is over there going astray, posting crazy videos on Instagram. How she's having crazy things with ladies. I don't even want to say it because it is outrageous what these people are doing to the country. People are suffering. Cameroon is one of the wealthiest African nations, but you can't feel it. You cannot feel it. Why? Because some people think it's a personal property. And during election, what they do is they take money and go be giving people, come vote for CBDM. But people were smart this time around. They're like, oh, this is the money of our country. It is not his money. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take it. But who am I going to vote for? Issa Tchiroma Bakary. And a lot of these people were surprised. They did not understand. They're like, they took money, but they voted for Tchiroma. They betrayed me. And what do? After they betrayed you, you went around and you rigged the election by stuffing out ballots and putting Paul Biya's ticket in most of those ballots to make sure that he retains his fraudulent presidency. But we do not accept that thing, and it has to stop right now. We have to unite. Forget about being Bakwere. Forget about being Banso. Forget about being Bafo. Forget about being a Wondo. Forget about being from the north. Forget about being whatever tribe you're from. We are Cameroonians. We are serving the Republic. We are citizens of Cameroon. We have the civic duty and responsibility and obligations as Cameroonian youth, Cameroonian men, Cameroonian women to take pride in serving our nation and making sure that our nation do not go astray. And our nation does not belong to any one person, any one man in office. It is time for change, and we got to start thinking like that, and we have to start taking action. I applaud everybody who is on the street right now protesting for their God-given right. We want to live in a good country. You don't come and say peace. What is peace? We need change. We need Paul Biya and his regime out of office. And at Atangaji Paul, you have to go. You cannot come out and say people are banger smokers or people are drug dealers, people are drug addicts because they said enough is enough, huh? I'm a drug addict to you, really? Okay, no problem. You can call me a drug addict or you can call any other person a drug addict, but we know our rights as Cameroonians. We want change. We want change. We voted for change. We voted for a new leader. We voted for Issa Tchiroma because we believe he's an instrument of change. He's not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Everyone is not perfect. But we have to accept that we made mistakes like Issa Tchiroma did. So it's not too late, Paul. It's not too late, Paul Atangaji. It's not too late, Paul Biya. It's not too late, Ferdinand Gongo, to step down and say, oh, I made a lot of mistakes. And now I'm going to side with the people. I'm going to choose the side of the people. I want to be remembered in the good side of history. I don't want to be in the bad side of history because I know following Paul Biya being Vondo is going to put me in a very delicate solution or delicate position. I want to be in the right side of my people. Because if you don't do that, we're coming for you. We are going to come for every leader, Every so-called leaders, because you are not leaders as far as I'm concerned. You are people who are just coming out to do crazy things, and at the end of the day, you think there's no consequence. But ladies and gentlemen, there got to be consequences now. You have to serve the people. Like I said earlier on the last episode, are you serving us or we are serving you? Now is the time to tell us, are you serving us or we are serving you? Because you owe it to the Cameroonian people to serve them, because you are in a position of influence. You're the people position of power of the nation, the institution that got to be respected, that got to be heard with maximum integrity. But you don't do that. You don't do that. You think, oh, because you're in power, you're going to oppress people. Because you're in power, you're going to bring down people and kill their morale. But enough is enough. We can't have it again from you guys. This time, we seek change, and change is going to come, whether you like it or not. If you want to stand on the way, you're going to get crushed. Even the military people, if you have a military brother, call him. If you have a military sister, call her. If you have a son in the military, call your son and tell him, son, I don't want you to listen to others from Paul Biya being Vondo. I want you to look at the side of the people, understand the people, because you are a citizen of the country and you understand what is happening. You're not from space. You suffer a lot. You're going through a lot. So why are you pretending as if everything is okay? You know things are not good. So don't pretend. Let's fight for our country. We're not fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for the entire republic, Federal Republic of Cameroon, because we need to go to Federal Republic, because that's the only way we have to make things better. And to all my Anglophone brothers and sisters, don't sit down and say, oh, we have been suffering for 10 years with the Anglophone crisis, so now is the time for Francophones to endure their own. No, we are all Cameroonians. We have to find solutions to this problem. And we all know that it's going to be better to get rid of Paul Biya and have a new president in place who is going to be willing to dialogue and have conversations on, hey, how can we find a better solution to the problems we're facing as a republic? But hey, I want to say this very clearly. We are not going to let this solution come from some few people who are called activists or so-called activists or leaders, self-proclaimed leaders, to represent the people of the English part of Cameroon. We're going to have the people decide their fate. Everybody is going to get involved in this process. And it got to be a plebiscite. And the question got to be fair and simple. Yes or no about some certain things. So it's not going to be, oh, some people in wherever they are who have cameras and they just say anything. Not me. I'm not going to be part of it. The people are going to decide. We all, as English Cameroonians, are going to decide, do we want the Federal Republic or do we want to remain like we are right now? I think Federal Republic is going to be way better. Equal rights, and we'll hand the power back to the people. But we've not even gotten to the point to start talking about that yet. Now is the time to get rid of Paul Biya. He got to step down. Atanganji Paul, Ferdinand Gongo, all of them got to go. That is the most important thing. So I salute to everybody. And I want to say this to the African Union. I'm so disappointed in you guys. How can you guys release a statement based on the Constitutional Council of Cameroon? The winner of the election is Paul Biya, so we're congratulating him. You're congratulating him, but you know what is happening. You know that there was a lot of fraud. You know what was going on. You know what is going on in Cameroon right now. But you still went ahead to congratulate him as the president of Cameroon. That is crazy. This is why Africa is not getting better. Instead of you to try to find a solution, like what the hell is going on in Cameroon? We don't want Cameroon to escalate to something out of control. Instead, you're going to put gasoline or petrol, fuel in the fire. And then you don't expect the fire to get out of hand. It will get out of hand until we have change in Cameroon. Because now is not the time to hold back. Now is the time to accelerate until change happens. And like I said in my previous video, Yaoundé should feel the flames. Yaoundé should feel the heat. Yaoundé should understand that, hey, there's no safe place. All those ministers who are celebrating Paul Biya winning, all of them, we are coming for you. We are coming for you. Yaoundé is not going to be a safe heaven for you guys no more. We can come for you. It's better you choose the side of the people now, or they're going to catch you out of office because you are not there because you were born to be there. You are there out of privilege of the Cameroonian people. But we have said enough. We don't recognize you. Nope, we don't recognize you. And you better step down now in peace because you want to put the country in jeopardy. It's better to step down now and the country move forward with our new president, Issa Tchiroma Bakary, because that's, as far as I'm concerned, that is the only way forward. We cannot have Paul Biya and say, oh, Issa Tchiroma should be a prime minister. That's going to be a breach of confidence, a breach of trust. And we hope that Issa Tchiroma Bakary is not going to do such things because we are not going to take it lightly as people. It's easy to turn our back on him if he does something like that by turning his back first on us and going to be a prime minister. We don't want him to be a prime minister. We did not vote for him as a prime minister. We voted for him as the president of Cameroon. And that got to stand that way and got to remain that way. And we all got to be united in our fight. We have to understand that anything that is going to distract us from this moment of history got to go. Any moment, anything, anyone that want to distract us, we don't pay attention to those people. We pay attention to the history that we are writing right now. As far as I'm concerned, we are going to be victorious, but we got to come together. We have to come together as one and be your brother's keeper. Be your brother's keeper. Love one another. United we stand, divided we fall. But we're not going to unite with the regime. We're not going to unite with the people who are going to oppress us. We're going to unite as a people to fight the regime, to fight Paul Biya, to fight Atakanji, and get rid of him. Get them out of office because they don't belong in office. They can go to Switzerland or whatever countries they want to go to. That is not our problem. They just got to leave power and give back the power to the people because as far as I'm concerned, that is what we need and we are going to get it. Thank you very much and see you in the next video as we examine what is happening in my beloved country, Cameroon. Au revoir à tout le monde. Bye-bye.